Sylvester McCoy as the Seventh Doctor is like a clown-type character.
Wasn't after. Anyway, you ain't saying nothing yet.
He starts off with comedy, including where he changes his clothes.
Lacks my natural humility. Doesn't look right without a horse.
Including trying on his previous incarnations outfit.
Old hat. Not frilled.
Including Patrick Troughton's furry coat.
Yes, yes, yes.
A sort of Patrick Troughton kind of style, with the braces of the checkered trousers. And what's so different is that he's known to have question marks all over his jumper, carrying a question mark umbrella.
Ah, thank goodness in this regeneration I've regained my impeccable sense of haute couture.
The first Doctor who had a question mark on was Tom Baker when he had it on his collar, and so did Peter Davison and Colin Baker. Because the question mark represents on the mysterious of the character. The Seventh Doctor was so comedy, being physical.
Where's the Doctor?
What have you done with her?
Stay away from me! What have you done with the Doctor? Now we'll get to the truth. What have you done with him?
And he finds any time to play with his spoons. The great thing about Sylvester's performance as the Doctor is that he's so mysterious. He has like a dark side to the character.
You promised life, but in the end, it will be life which defeats you. Actually, I think I may have gone a little too far.
And he really loves his magic tricks in The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Where he's trying to impress gods of Ragnarok. This incarnation makes you feeling confused on who the Doctor is, which I think is a good thing. I think the Doctor with Mel is a great teamwork. They get along perfectly well.
I'll send you a postcard.
But I don't have an address.
Oh, I'll put it in a bottle and throw it into space. It'll reach you in time.
Mel is a computer programmer. She's very pretty. She's a very nice companion.
If anything goes wrong and we get separated, we'll meet at the pool, all right?
Oh, very well. We've only just arrived. There's no need to start worrying yet.
The fact that she screams actually makes it more like horror, because let's face it, you would definitely be scared if there's any like monsters or robots trying to kill you. The Rani is played by Kate O'Mara. She's a renegade time lady.
Are you prepared to abandon walking in case you squash an insect underfoot?
Stay away!
And just like the Master, she can do disguise like she did as Mel. So she used the Doctor to help her.
What am I doing? If only I could remember.
Oh, don't start all that again. Look, repair the machine and maybe we'll find the solution.
And I think Kate really did a good job of it, playing the intimidating, evil time lady. But as Mel has left the TARDIS, Ace comes in.
Well, do you fancy a quick trip round the 12 galaxies and then back to Perivale in time for tea?
Ace!
I absolutely love Ace. She's a fighter, she's very independent, very likeable, she has great development.
Right, freeze! Don't freeze, stand still and let Mel go!
Sophie Aldred really pulls off a fantastic performance. She really has like very good stunts.
Do you feel like arguing with a can of deodorant that registers 9 on the Richter scale? Run!
I think her character is most known for beating up a Dalek with a baseball bat.
What are you calling small?
She also carries off Nitro 9, the explosive device that the Doctor often does not approve. But she uses it when she needs to. The most popular story in the 7th Doctor run seems to be Remembrance of the Daleks.
You will be exterminated!
Please speak down!
Exterminate!
The story really loves good explosions. The story sets in 1963, just after the Doctor left with Ian, Barbara and Susan. The Doctor returns to Trotter Lane to find the hand of Omega, and this is the first time you see a Dalek hovering up the stairs.
You are the Doctor! You are the enemy of the Daleks! You will be exterminated! Exterminate!
And it was a pretty interesting idea having like two sides of Daleks fighting each other. You have the renegade Daleks and Imperial Daleks, as anything that's different to them is totally wrong, which is why they do nothing but kill. So the Dalek Emperor turns out to be Davros.
And this is but the quorum of Time Lords! The Daleks shall become Lords of Time!
What I love about the scene is the way the Doctor was mocking him. You know, the whole thing with the rice pudding, etc.
Powerful! Crush the lesser races! Conquer the galaxy! Unimaginable power! Unlimited rice pudding! Etc. etc.
But as the Dalek Supreme dissolves away,
Out of control!
I've defeated you. You no longer serve any purpose.
it's pretty much the last time you see the Daleks in the classic run. Ah, the Candyman, a sweet monster. A pretty sweet design. I gotta be honest, I absolutely love Candyman, and the voice is pretty effective. He's such a terrifying villain.
I like my volunteers to die with smiles on their faces.
I do get a bit of Tim Burton vibes in the story. It does have like a horror but brightness and darkness style to it, if that makes any sense.
Tell them what I'm trying to say, Gilbert.
He makes sweets that kill people.
And there's also an emotional scene where the Doctor sympathises Helen A.
Those that persisted had to be punished. Why? For the good of the majority.
The Silver Nemesis is where the 7th Doctor encounters with the Cybermen.
What are they?
Cybermen.
A new appearance. Otherwise, our anticipation of your presence has proved entirely accurate.
Whereas at the end, Ace was wondering who the Doctor is.
Doctor? Who are you?
The greatest show in the galaxy is pretty much the Outer Space Circus.
Now welcome, folks, I mean it from the heart, because the greatest show is about to start.
Ace is obviously terrified of clowns.
Are you a robot too?
No.
Pity.
So tell me where you found it.
To those who hate clowns and terrified of them, then yeah, I think they'll probably be traumatized and terrified by this story.
You really were extremely stupid this time, Doctor. I told you she was an unusual specimen.
I absolutely love this story though. The battlefield is where Brigadier finally makes a return.
I just can't let you out of my sight, can I, Doctor?
And Sophie Aldred almost died when she was in the tank and there was water coming in. Because there was like electric cables on the floor, and it was so lucky that Sylvester McCoy was there to save her life and shouting the crew to turn off the power and get Sophie Aldred out of there.
Look!
Sylvester, you're an absolute hero. And Brigadier got more used to the Doctor regenerating and turn into any physical form.
So you recognize me then?
Yes. Who else would it be?
The last three stories in season 26 is Ace Trilogy. The first one was Ghostlight, where Ace learns that she's in Perryvale in 1883, her hometown.
You tricked me! This is Perryvale!
Look! Sylvester, you're an absolute hero. And Brigadier got more used to the Doctor regenerating and turn into any physical form. The last three stories in season 26 is Ace Trilogy. The first one was Ghostlight, where Ace learns that she's in Perryvale in 1883, her hometown.
You tricked me! This is Perryvale!
Ace!
The Curse of Fenric with the Hame of Errors. The vampire-like creatures, they're pretty scary, the way they rise up from the water. And the story sets in World War II. Where the Doctor and Ace were caught up with Fenric.
We play the contest again. Time Lord.
And the baby Audrey is Ace's mum.
The baby will be grown. She will have a daughter. That daughter will be you.
The third and final, Survival, which is my favourite 7th Doctor's story. So while Ace was away, her friend was missing, and Ace came back to Perivale to find out how this happened.
So where is everyone?
Who?
Jay?
Dunno, moved over west someplace. I think he's doing window cleaning, that's what I heard.
The cheetah are like the cat humanoids, and they are pretty scary races. I thought the makeup was fantastic. They chase you as they rode on a horse. It's so hard to outrun them. Definitely not the kind of creatures you want to meet. And the bit where Ace's eyes change as she's half cat. My mum and my stepdad recalled watching that scene when they were kids.
Oh yeah! She's better! Doctor, look!
They felt surprised, shocked, terrified, and excited for what happens next. Survival feels more like modern era, and what I also loved about it was the horror stuff that it adds. The Master appearing was a great surprise.
Why, Doctor? What an unexpected pleasure.
Anthony Ainley pulls off the Master, where he's pretty much half cat. And it was really intense, where the Doctor lifts up a rock just about to hit the Master. And you can sort of see the Doctor's eyes suddenly change into yellow, but as soon as he realises what he's done, he puts down his rock and his eyes is normal again.
If we fight like animals, we'll die like animals! If we fight like animals, we die like animals!
And I think there was a great speech at the last scene in Survival, which sadly by the time the views picked up, it was too late, as the programme ended in 1989. And it was on hold for about 16 years.
There are worlds out there where the sky's burning, where the sea's asleep and the rivers dream.
Plus, it was a great way to end the season, and maybe the show as well. We can tell that that the story never ends, as the Doctor and Ace walks back to the TARDIS for more adventures, as their adventures do go on.
Some of there's danger, some of there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace, we've got work to do.
So yeah, the 7th Doctor played so mysteriously and pretty funny and pretty entertaining, which I think Sylvester is fantastic, and he's part of my parents' childhood.